When the world feels unstable, one question always rises to the surface. If everything shut down tomorrow, would you actually be prepared? Survival isn't just about food and a roof. It's about defense. It's about security. It's about having the tools to adapt when nothing else is working. That's why today we're walking through the top 7 firearms for surviving an economic collapse in 2025. From compact rimfire rifles, to versatile shotguns, to dependable sidearms, and finally, a true game changer, waiting at number 1. These are the guns that could decide whether you make it through or get left behind. Number 7. Ruger 1022. Takedown. We'll start with the Ruger 1022. Takedown. This rifle lands at number 7 because it nails the balance of practicality, portability, and long-term dependability. Chambered in .22 long rifle, the 1022 has earned its reputation the old-fashioned way, by working. Over 7 million sold. Decades of trust from hunters, preppers, and everyday shooters alike. Now the Takedown version adds something special. With a simple twist, the rifle separates into 2 compact halves. That lets you stash it in a pack, drop it in a bug-out bag, or keep it tucked in a vehicle without drawing any attention. And the .22 long rifle cartridge itself is tailor-made for survival. Light recoil, low noise, perfect for small game. And you can carry hundreds of rounds without adding much weight. On top of that, the Ruger platform has one of the biggest aftermarket ecosystems in the firearms world. Barrels, triggers, stocks, almost every part can be upgraded or customized. That gives you the flexibility to build the rifle around your own survival plan. Number 6. Armalite AR-7 Explorer. At number 6, we move into true survival history, the Armalite AR-7 Explorer. This isn't just a rifle, it was designed from day one for survival. Back in the late 1950s, the U.S. Air Force needed a compact weapon for downed pilots, something they could use to hunt small game and protect themselves until rescue arrived. The AR-7 was the answer. Like the Ruger, it runs .22 long rifle, so you get all the same advantages: low recoil, cheap and abundant ammo, easy to stockpile. But here's the unique part. Every major component, the barrel, the receiver, the magazine, stores right inside the hollow buttstock. Once broken down, the entire rifle is just 16 inches long. Weight? Around 3.5 pounds. And if it slips into a river or a lake, that stock is waterproof. It floats. No, it doesn't have the same customization support as the Ruger. But what it gives you instead is rugged simplicity. And in a survival situation, simplicity is often your strongest weapon. Number 5. Kel-Tec Sub-2000. Holding down the number 5 spot is one of the most compact pistol caliber carbines out there, the Kel-Tec Sub-2000. This carbine earned its place with preppers and survivalists for one simple reason: portability. Fold the barrel back over the receiver, and the rifle locks down at just over 16 inches. That's backpack size. That's glove box size. That's a rifle you can hide in plain sight. Now, let's talk chamberings. You can pick it up in 9mm or 40 S&W. Both hit harder than a .22 long rifle, but they're still affordable and easy to find. Here's where the Sub-2000 gets tactical. Magazine compatibility. Kel-Tec makes versions that run on common pistol mags. Glock, Smith & Wesson M, and P. Sig Sauer. That means your sidearm and your carbine can share the same mags and the same ammo. In a survival scenario, that's pure efficiency. And in survival, efficiency is everything. Number 4. Mossberg 500. At number 4, we step into true American grit, the Mossberg 500 pump-action shotgun. Since the 1960s, this shotgun has been everywhere. Law enforcement cruisers, U.S. military units, backcountry hunting camps. It's one of the most proven pump guns ever built. The reason it ranks so high is versatility. Load birdshot, and you're taking small game. Load buckshot, and you've got a powerhouse for home defense. Drop in slugs, and you're harvesting deer or defending property out past 100 yards. That kind of flexibility is priceless when the world gets uncertain. The design is simple, rugged, almost bomb-proof. Pump actions don't care about dirt, rain, or neglect. The Mossberg will run when others fail. Capacity runs 5 to 8 rounds depending on the tube. And the Tang safety? It sits on top of the receiver, completely ambidextrous. Left-handed, right-handed, switching shoulders. That placement just works. Number 3, Remington 700 and 308 Winchester. At number 3, we've got a legend. The Remington 700 bolt-action rifle. Born in 1962, it's still the benchmark for precision bolt guns. Hunters, long-range competitors, military and police snipers. They've all leaned on the 700 because it delivers. The chambering we're highlighting is 308 Winchester. It's everywhere. It's accurate. It hits with authority. From medium game to larger animals, 308 is one of the most trusted cartridges you can carry. Accuracy is where the 700 shines. The bolt is smooth. The lockup is rock solid. And sub-MOA groups are achievable right out of the box. Add in the simplicity of a bolt action, fewer moving parts, less to break, and you've got a rifle that's both rugged and precise. When you need to reach past the range of a shotgun or carbine, the Remington 700 steps up every time. Number 2, Glock 17 in 9mm. At number 2, we shift to the handgun world, and it's one of the most recognizable pistols on earth. The Glock 17 chambered in 9mm. First introduced in the 1980s, this full-size striker-fired pistol built its reputation on 3 things: simplicity, durability, and user-friendly design. Decades later, it's still the standard that every duty handgun is measured against. In a survival setting, the Glock 17 earns its slot for one main reason: 9mm ammunition is everywhere. Local gun shops, police stockpiles, military supply chains. It's one of the most common cartridges on the planet. That means your odds of finding ammo in a collapse scenario are dramatically higher than with niche calibers. Capacity is another major strength. The standard mag carries 17 rounds. Extended mags can push that number far higher. Compare that to revolvers or low-capacity pistols, and you've got a major edge. Reliability is where Glock made its name. These pistols have been dragged through sand, dunked in mud, frozen solid, yet they keep running. The striker-fired design uses a minimal number of moving parts. That translates to fewer chances for mechanical failure. Ergonomics seal the deal. Low-bore axis, manageable recoil, simple controls that are easy to master. Whether you're brand new to handguns or you've been carrying pistols for decades, the Glock 17 delivers performance that anyone can trust. Number 1, Springfield Armory, M6 and Chiappa, M6. Scout modern holding down. The number 1 spot is a firearm built from the ground up for survival. The Springfield Armory M6. Later reborn as the Chiappa M6 Scout Modern. This isn't a typical rifle, and it's not a typical shotgun. It's a hybrid platform, one barrel stacked over the other. The concept goes all the way back to the Cold War. The US military wanted a survival gun for downed pilots. Something light, something versatile, something that could both put food on the table and defend against threats. The design was simple but brilliant. 2 barrels. Up top, usually a .22 long rifle or a .22 Hornet. Down below, a .410 bore shotgun barrel. That pairing is what makes it so versatile. The rimfire barrel lets you take squirrels, rabbits, or other small game with precision. Flip to the .410 and suddenly you're handling larger game or loading up with defensive shells if a predator gets too close. Portability takes it even further. The M6 folds completely in half. Drop it in a rucksack, slide it behind a truck seat, carry it on foot without it slowing you down. The genius isn't in raw firepower, it's in adaptability. If you're limited to hauling just one long gun during a collapse, the M6 gives you flexibility no other firearm on this list can match. And in a world where survival hinges on adaptability, that's priceless. That wraps up our countdown of the top 7 survival firearms for 2025. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Tell me which gun you'd rank as your number 1 pick for surviving a collapse.